I'm Tish, Quality Assurance and Voice of the Customer Manager for Pearson. I've been with Pearson since about 2004. Started as a level 1 tech support agent, helping instructors get their courses set up and running, helping the students get into those courses whenever they're having any type of technical issues and so forth. During my very long time at Pearson, I've worked many different areas, training, QA, social media, but my passion has always been the customer experience. This is like I just always find myself coming back to those areas of the business that really impact the customer experience. So here I am now back with doing as a manager of quality. A little bit about the company, I think. So we are the world's leading learning company serving nearly 200 countries with digital content assessments, qualifications, and data. If you've taken a college course or if you've taken an assessment, got a certification, it's likely you've used a Pearson product. My hope is that it was a great experience for you. Our mission at Pearson, to help people make more of their lives through learning. So we have more than 160 million users worldwide that use our products and services. Some of our more popular products you may have heard of are like our MyLabs, like MyLab Math, MyLab Accounting, maybe you've heard of those things. We also have some mastering products, mastering biology, mastering chemistry. Pearson Plus, what I was talking about earlier, is where you get access to all your Pearson e-texts and other course resources, like study material, tools like that, all in one place. And then Pearson Revel, that's just a few of our products. As you can imagine, we have over 160 million users throughout 200 countries with our large variety of products and platforms, different combinations, many of which are customized for specific universities or customers. So then, as you can imagine, that's going to bring with that a lot of complexities. I can tell you we have many different customer types: students, instructors, businesses, professionals, and they're all at different points on their learning and teaching journeys. And we have customers in many different regions, many different countries. With that comes a lot of different, as you heard before, processes, regulations, compliance issues that we have to deal with. And our agents have to get that right. I say probably a little more than 5 years ago, I was working as a quality auditor. And a colleague and I were seeing our agents were just struggling with this one particular process. They just could not get it right. And it costs the company a lot of money when they get it wrong. So we're like, what can we do? So we knew we needed a solution, but we didn't know what that solution was. So what do? What do you do when you know you need something, but you don't know what you need? You go to Google. Went to Google, searched for it. Zingtree came up, and we were wowed by the demo. So we requested access to it, and we probably stayed up all night, my colleague and I, with the most difficult process, the one the agents were struggling with, no training, no experience. We built out the flow for our agents around this process. Showed it to the bosses. They were wowed by it also, but guess what? No, we already have things that do this. This is not the time for that. We need to use the things that we already have in place. We have some things in the process or up and coming. This is not the time for this. Got shot down. So fast forward to now, when I'm the manager, and I'm watching my auditors struggle. I'm watching my auditors watch the agents struggle with this exact same process. Like, the process has changed, but it's still the same process that they're having the trouble with. And so I'm like, Zingtree. I'm going to try it again. And we did that, proposed it again, sent the videos over. And they're like, this is amazing. Here we are. So I finally got Zingtree. So what is it that we like about Zingtree? One is that it's just so easy to use. So remember I told you, without any experience or training at all, we were able to sit there and build a very complex tree. At least at the time I thought it was complex. Now I know that it gets deeper. But we were able to build that out. But luckily this time around we have some expertise, and we've had a lot of help come up beside us to help us build out these trees. Another thing that we like is that it's just so easy to update. It doesn't matter if it's like a typo or if one of our authors actually skipped over something or made a mistake, or if the information is just outdated. Any of our authors can just jump right in and correct that information, which is, if you've worked with other systems before, sometimes you have to put in like a change request, and then it takes months sometimes to just get something simple fixed. And so during that time, our agents are referring to outdated information until we can get that done. So we don't have that issue with Zingtree. With Zingtree, it needs to be updated. We pop in there, update it, done. I know the customers can give feedback, but the agents can also give feedback within the tool. So if they're going through it, when they get to the end of something, was this helpful for you? Also, if it wasn't helpful, they're able to tell us. If it was or wasn't, they're able to tell us. And then also with that, we're able to like look at the reporting, see how the agent went through the flow, where they stopped, where they may have went wrong, or where we may have not, as he said, built it out correctly so that they can get to the answers that they need. So currently we're using Zingtree only agent-facing through the agent portal. We set it up to do that most complex process that I mentioned earlier, because that's the majority of our volume comes from that particular process. What we did was mandate it for that particular contact type. So every agent who gets a call about this specific issue has to use Zingtree. They have to go through the Zingtree flow in order to troubleshoot and resolve the issue. In addition to that, my counterpart in customer service, they took their top volume drivers and made the same type of tree. And then we're constantly working on different types of trees for different types of contacts. Most recently, I've been working with the global team. Like we said before, there's a lot of different, like if a customer from this country calls, then you have to do this or that, or it needs to be in this language and things like that. And so I've been working with the global team to get their Zingtree set up, and so that we're making sure that we're doing what we need to do for those specific countries. And then this is what everyone was looking for. When I was begging for Zingtree, this is what they wanted to see happen, and it happened. We're at our infant stage in Zingtree, so I think we implemented it probably 8 months ago, right before our peak season. Being in the education company, we have a lot of agents come in, like we ramp up just when school is starting up. And as we discussed, or as you said earlier, that means that there's a lot of them just like sitting in training for weeks and weeks, just for this little short amount of time that we need them. So one thing that has been pretty much an instant result, like as soon as we got the tree set up, we were able to reduce our training time for that group of agents by 1/3. So already we've seen some cost savings there. In addition to that, 60% increase in our NPS for agents that are using that particular flow. Whenever they're using Zingtree, we're seeing that 60% increase. Our bottom box nearly reduced by half. And then, as you can see, of course, it's the time to resolve it. And then our customers are saying, yes, we got it right. Really exciting stuff there. Yeah, that's all I got. I am beyond excited that Zingtree has helped us produce these positive results.